next, I'd like to ask our student trustee, Bella Tidei, to give her report on activities, conferences, and issues, including Naperville.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd first like to start off with the ICCB SAC report, and I'd like to extend a special thank you to Dr. Weber and Chairman Holland for attending the awards banquet that the Recognition and Awards Subcommittee that I was chair of for the past year were able to host. We were honored by your presence, and we were very thankful to end the year with such a wonderful celebration. More and more community colleges are, in fact, supporting the idea of baccalaureate degrees, and for Advocacy Day, we have our House Joint Resolution 35 up and ready to be voted for, actually April 29th, so we look forward to how that will turn out. And the Student Government Association participated in a volunteer day at the Horticultural Building, and we helped break earth for planting and separate seeds for the upcoming planting season. The SGA elections for President, Vice President, and Treasurer positions are well underway, with public debates being set in stone, and we were able to visit the classrooms of the full-time and part-time faculty award winners, Jenny Lee and Penny Steffen, and they were presented their invitations to the April board meeting to receive their awards for dedication to the school and to the students. The Sister to Sister and Women Center sponsored the 3rd annual Empowering Women Symposium. The event featured keynote speaker Dr. Maxine Bryant with several workshops and a Success Starter boutique for students needing clothes and accessories appropriate for job seeking. The Women's Center has also organized a book club around the best-selling book, I Am Malala, the girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban. Program board held Mardi Gras for the students with food and a live jazz band, and that was very well appreciated by the students, and they enjoyed themselves greatly. Unmasking Masculinity and Rebuilding What It Means to Be a Man was part of the CLC Save Student campaign against sexual assault, and it challenged the rape culture on campus and in the community, and it was sponsored by Men of Vision, Sister to Sister, the Psychology Club, and the LGBTQ Resource Center. And the narrative project is ongoing and has invited an LGBTQ representative to come and present to the students. It is a 18 or older show. And that ends my report. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Bella. You guys did a great job at that student awards dinner.
Oh, Bella truly was the MC for it also, so she organized it. And this is a statewide group, and this all the
Decorations and everything. Everybody looked terrific. You did an excellent job.
We ask Bella to refresh our memories on how the student trustee comes to sit on this board. I think she's getting close to her term, and I think it would be helpful if we kind of refresh her a bit on what the process is.
I apologize to keep using the microphone. I've got a bit of a cold. Basically, the student trustee is elected through an interview process, and you apply for the position. You get 50 signatures, 2 letters of recommendation from esteemed either colleagues or faculty from your life or from school, and you go through an interview process with the Student Government Association Senate. And last year, I was interviewed by the student trustee herself. I was given 10 to 12 questions regarding what the student trustee would go through, and goals and personal plans of mine to help serve the students and enrich the community. And after a couple, I want to say about 10 minutes, we were brought back in after the interview process, and the Senate had voted on who the student trustee would be, and I won. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to serve the students. But from that point, you become the student trustee-elect, and you are inducted during the April board meeting once the previous student trustee has stepped down.
So are you involved in the interviewing of whoever the folks are that submitted a request?
I believe I am.
have those interviews. Obviously, they haven't taken place yet. They take place sometime.
They will be taking place within the next 2 weeks once we return the student, or once we return the spring break.
Quick question, how many members interviewed you for that position? How many members?
Student government? Are you talking about how many interviews or how many
How many interviewed you?
I had the student government president and the student trustee.
So only 2 people interviewed you?
I was interviewed with the entire student senate present, and they were able to ask me questions and for clarification.
Just from my understanding, how many people are a member of the student senate? How many people were in attendance to that process?
During mine, I believe there were 9 senators, and then the executive board, including our advisors, our co-advisor, and our dean of student life, who was at the time not dean of student life. She was. Anyway, we changed her title. She is now dean of student life, but she was president.
Since we were talking about diversity, now integration, is that the representation of the student body that is electing this person? I guess that would be my question. You don't have to answer it, I'm just curious, is there a proper representation so that the student body is properly represented? And get an opportunity, we're talking about opportunity and integration and success for students. That's something you can take to the table. You don't have to.
Sure, I mean, we can.
I would like to
Yeah,
have
integrated. I mean, a diverse trustee, student trustee population.
Question or process?
And she wants to respond.
We do have quite a diverse student government association. We have about, I want to say, 10 senators right now, both male and female, of different races, different variety, and different sexual orientation.
Any athletes? on that?
Yes, we do have athletes.
So I've spoken to the group before. Karen's familiar with the makeup of the group. It's a fairly diverse group. The president is Ava Gutierrez and
Marquise Jackson, yes, he's president of Black
Student.
Student.
It's a pretty good mixture of folks.
That's great to know. Thank you. Thank you for that.
And from what I do understand, when the debates for the president, the vice president, and the treasurer take place, I believe there will be a debate for the student trustee position as well.
You know what that is?
We do, and I will get those dates to you. Is that a good question?
Thank you, Bella. As was previously communicated with the board via the update, agenda item 8.1.3 is a walk-on item because it had to be finalized. Board materials were not finalized at the time we got the board book. However, a copy was left at your place, and Derek emailed the agenda item to the board on Friday, March 20th. So we have an extra sheet. Also, we'll hold agenda item 11.1.3, termination, and agenda item 11.3.9, non-renewal contract, fiscal year 2016, administrative and professional personnel closed session. I will request a closed meeting under the Illinois compiled statutes 5 ILCS 120, section 2C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body. Section 2C6, the setting of a price for sale or lease of property owned by the public body. And Section 2C11, litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of a particular public body has been filed and is pending in foreign court, and when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent. There will be action after the closed meeting, and that concludes the chairman's report. I turn it over to the president for his report.